Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name's Anisha, my sister here, Sumaya. We're so glad to be here this Friday. It's the Friday Darasa presented by us, the trans women here in Nairobi. We're so glad to hear from you, and we are so grateful to the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has enabled us to fast this day, this 26th day of Ramadan. And we are so happy to be here to teach and to share knowledge to our Muslim brothers and sisters out there who think that being queer or being a Muslim, it's an abomination. We want to encourage you and to tell you that being queer and being a Muslim, um, they being queer, it's allowed to be a Muslim for as long as you're queer. Allah loves you and He will always love you, because if you were an abomination, you would have you'd have ended long time. But you being here, that means Allah really loves you. Allah is proud of you. Allah, you're supposed to follow all the Islamic teachings and all the pillars of Islam. It being the 26th day of Ramadan, Ramadan is coming to the end. We're
Yeah.
left with 4 days. So today the topic will be all about celebrating Eid Mubarak, and what practices should we continue doing after Ramadan has ended? Because we have a tendency of stopping the good practices that we've been doing during Ramadan, and then we just kick off with our bad. Let me call them the bad habits. Once Ramadan ends, you just go back to your bad habits. But Ramadan is just here to help to purify us, to to help our souls get purified in a way that we are supposed to continue with the good deeds that we've been doing during Ramadan. We're supposed to fast the quiet days. We're supposed to fast Thursday and Friday. As you know, we are supposed to pick all those blessings and those rewards from Allah, because He's the giver and He's the Almighty. In the Quran, Allah said that aswamli, that meaning that Ramadan belongs to Allah. Nobody should tell you that you're doing this or you're doing that wrongly. For as long as you know you're doing the right thing, please and please continue doing that, because at the end of it all, it's Allah who will tell whether you did the right thing or you did the wrong thing. But at the end of it all, you very well know the wrong thing that you're always doing. Because every time you're doing something wrong, you always feel it that you're doing something wrong. When you're going to steal, you feel it that you're going to steal and what you're going to do is wrong. So all the wrongdoings, we very well know them, and all the right deeds, we very well know them. So I just want to encourage all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there to continue with the good deeds that they've been doing in the month of Ramadan, so that they can get closer to Allah. Because every time you're close to Allah, He will open doors for you. He will open blessings for you. He will bestow His peace upon you for as long as you are close to Allah. And one way of getting close to Allah is by doing good deeds, waking up in the night and pray to Allah, um, fasting the month of Ramadan, of which we are fasting, going to Mecca, Swadak, giving zakat, and all the good deeds that, because there are so many, we can't finish them in this show. So I just want to encourage it and each and everyone out there to continue with the good deeds, that Allah can, so that we can get closer to Allah. And that being said, I just want to, my sister here will tell us how we're going to be celebrating Eid, how we are supposed to celebrate Eid, because at the end of it all, Eid it's a blessed festival. It's a blessed festival whereby we're supposed to celebrate Eid, we're supposed to pray, we're supposed to get our best attires. My sister here, I want her to paint us a picture of how Eid is celebrated, of how Eid is supposed to be.
Assalamu alaikum again to our viewers and all the people who are following us. I'm here to encourage all trans women outside there and all people outside there that please don't judge yourself or don't blame yourself that I don't have food for this. Eid at
Eid
Eid
Mubarak,
Mubarak. Oh, I don't have anything
to
to
wear on Eid Mubarak. Allah told us we're
always
supposed to.
appreciate the little you have, and
No.
always be with the little you have. It will make you way forward to move on with your life. Don't put a lot of stress on yourself that I don't have a Sharia for the Eid Mubarak,
True.
because people, they will see me that I have dressed like this.
Mm,
The one which I dressed last year, it
mm,
is the one which I have. It is the
mm,
one you have. Always
mm,
appreciate the little you have.
mm,
And let me encourage to those who have. If you have and you know that you have something bigger than your friend doesn't have, please make sure that you call her or him and you gather together as a
mm,
family and you share the little you have, because this is that day whereby we have to share that love, where we have to speak what we have been going through all this month of
mm.
Ramadan.
Togetherness.
Yeah.
It is supposed to bring us together as queer Muslims, as queer trans women, wherever you are at. For as long as you know any queer friend of yours, for as long as you know, be it Muslim or not, just invite them so that you can share the little you have during the Eid celebrations. I've got my sister, so she will continue. So you're supposed to share the little you have. As my sister says, she understands Eid Mubarak as Muslim togetherness. We're supposed to come together, despite people despising us being queer. We leave that to Allah, because He's the one who created us in the first
And
place.
another thing to add on that, even if you have your neighbors who are not Muslim, please make them to be together, make
Get them
them to be
closer.
united, and
Yeah,
share the little you have with your neighbors,
yeah,
so that at least they can say, oh, these people, they have that kindness out for the other people.
sure,
Even if we blame those, even if we judge them, even
sure.
if we do whatever, we are the one who has to show the world that we are people, we are exist in the world.
Yeah, this actually goes back to us being ambassadors of our community, despite our religions, despite where we are, despite our skin colors, we are the ambassadors of this community. So every good deed that you practice, it displays that queer people, they are kind, queer people, they have respect, queer people they have love for one another, despite people not being queer or not, they have love for each and everyone. So I would like to take this opportunity to urge each and every queer Muslim brother and sister out there, trans women, wherever, whatsoever your gender might be, please, I encourage you to be very loving, to be very caring to each and everyone. My sister here, she's going to excuse someone. So we're supposed to practice this togetherness, in that we're supposed to share the love, we're supposed to share the care for each and everyone. So all I want to say is, let each and every queer be an ambassador to this call, to this my sister here, she has arrived, Karima. Nice to meet you,
Right,
darling.
assalamu alaikum
Walaikum
warahmatullahi
salam.
wabarakatuh.
She's from preparing our fertile. So as I was saying, let each and every queer person be an example. Let us be exemplary. Let us be ambassadors of this community, so that people, because we already have stereotypes around, and those are not going to go anywhere. So let us be ambassadors of this community, and of this of our gender identity at the end of it all. So I would like to take this opportunity to grieve the death of my sister here. Karima lost her grandma, Sing Jaja Sisi. She passed away. May her soul rest in peace. Inna lillahi wa inna lillahi raji'un. Good thing she has passed away in the month of Ramadan, which is so good, because the month of Ramadan is. I wish I would also die in the month of Ramadan, if Allah allows it. So my sister here, we actually grieving. She lost Jaja to say, but may her soul rest in peace. Yeah. So as I was saying, let nobody tell you that you do not belong. Let nobody tell you that Allah does not love you. Let nobody tell you that your Ramadan, you being queer, your the days that you fasted this month, they won't be counted. Ramadan belongs to Allah. It being belonging to Allah, that means we also belong to Allah. So let nobody tell you that you do not belong. Just leave it to Allah. Allah will handle each and everything. As my sister here said before Karima came in, my sister here was saying that she understands Eid Mubarak as a way of being of togetherness within the queer Muslim community. My sister here, Karima, will tell us how she understands Eid. Besides love, togetherness, what else? There is food and all that, because at the end of it all, Ramadan is supposed to be it's a it's Eid Mubarak comes after celebration of Ramadan, and we're not supposed to fast we're not supposed to fast on Eid.
No, you know.
So so my sister here, she will give us briefly how she understands Eid Mubarak. Karima.
Okay, assalamu alaikum again. Okay, one thing which I can say, which I can tell people, my fellow Muslim and mostly my fellow queer transgender women,
Yeah.
is that not only them but we Muslims at large, is that let us not spoil what we have built in
Yeah.
this month of Ramadan.
Yeah.
And then again we end up spoiling it. You know, when we're about to reach the finish line,
Yeah.
most of the time we tend to fall. We tend to fall when you're about to finish like this.
Yeah.
The devil attempts you.
Yeah.
You end up falling.
Yeah.
So let us not end up falling when we are about to finish.
Yeah.
Just keep your mouth holy,
Yeah.
and that day we all know we do celebrations during Eid day.
Yeah.
But
Eid Mubarak.
just make sure you don't fall. Just make sure you don't fall.
Yeah, and continue as you have been doing in this month. Be kind. Don't say that the month has ended. Let me continue with my bad habits.
Yeah.
Please,
If you're
guys.
sharing whatsoever little you have, just continue sharing that little that you have. However much it was, however little it was, just continue sharing it. Just continue praying. Just continue waking up in the middle of the night and pray. Just continue fasting, as I said earlier on. I'm just trying to emphasize all this because we always do good deeds in the month of Ramadan. That we're very sure. And then I want to say something about Eid Mubarak, because during the month of Ramadan, Shaitan is always chained, but then on the day of Eid Mubarak, Shaitan will be released from the chains. So that implies that the bad deeds, because Shaitan is a pusher. He always pushes us to do bad deeds. So him being released on the day of Eid Mubarak, that implies that we will be pushed to do bad deeds, go to the club that very same day, go for sex swap that very same day, abuse people, steal for those who already steal, all sorts of bad deeds. People will find ourselves doing them, but Ramadan being a month of purifying our hearts and our souls, we're supposed to stick to Allah, because the bad deeds are very inevitable. But all in all, we're supposed to continuously give our souls and dedicate our iman to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So on the day of Eid Mubarak, of course greetings will be Eid Mubarak, and you will be expected to reply Fadilai Ta'ala, and then my sister here will tell us about Eid al-Fitr. Sorry. My sister here will tell us about Zakat al-Fitr, whereby you're supposed to give out this zakat. It's Everybody is supposed to give out zakat al-fitr unless otherwise. So my sister here will tell us how zakat al-fitr is conducted, and of course zakat al-fitr is conducted after we've prayed Eid prayer, and then On our way home, that's when we are supposed to pay our zakat al fitr, to which goes to those
Need
who are in need.
mostly.
Yeah, my sister, please continue with that.
Okay, what I can talk about that is please endeavor, and it's not like it's a law, it's a must.
Yeah,
But okay, there are some people who don't have,
yeah,
but the little you who has that little,
yeah,
please share, because we are working for rewards.
yeah.
Make sure you don't, by the end of this Eid and when you're about to finish, you end up making your pot fall and you
True,
lose the work milk.
true.
And one thing which I would like to talk about is those the days of sit.
Yeah,
What really can you emphasize on that? Because we know some of us we've encountered some problems
yeah,
towards the finish, or maybe in the beginning, or maybe in the midst of this fast.
yeah.
But what can we talk about that?
Um, Sitat, everybody is supposed to fast the days of Sitat. For those who skip days due to uncertain circumstances, whereby you didn't fast a day or two. Personally, I've actually skipped 4 days, and and I'm most likely to and I'm most likely to fast them during the sitter days. So I want to encourage each and everyone. Please, you still have room. However much you skip days, there is sitter whereby you fast sitter. In that you can catch up with each and everyone who fasted throughout the month of Ramadan. So we understand Eid Mubarak in different ways, but it being said that togetherness, my sister here has said it's about care, love, food, having the best attire. I understand Eid Mubarak. When I was growing up, we used to each and every member on the village, we used to open up the gates whereby everyone was called in the village. Those people who didn't have anything to eat, we used to invite each and everyone who didn't have anything to eat. So for those who have the capability of holding large communities,
Yeah.
very big gatherings, you're able to feed them. Please do not do it in the name of showbiz or showing off, but do it
Yes.
With
in
your
from
heart,
from your
from your
heart,
heart.
such that you can receive Allah's blessings and rewards. Because at the end of it all, each and every person whom you feed, they're going to pray for you, and once they pray for you, that means whatsoever that once you go to pray for yourself, Allah will definitely give you what you're actually in need of. So I want to encourage each and everyone who is going to feed people on Eid Mubarak Day. Please do not do that in the name of showing off, but rather do it to please Allah, and do it as a way to pave as a pavement way for your to your Jannah, because none of us here wants to go to Jahannam. We all want to go to Jannah. So let us continue doing the right things such that we we can get our way to Jannah.
Okay.
So
One thing I want us to ask and to reflect on ourselves towards the end of this Eid of this Ramadan is that what advice can you give? Mostly, mostly me, I'm going to focus on transgenders.
yeah,
Those who don't have, sometimes we want to take that extra mile.
yeah,
We end up sinning because we want this. When we are growing up, they used to say, I want what to take you anywhere, or I want what to gain you anything.
true.
So we have those people who like, no, on Eid I have to wear new sari, or I have to
Sharia.
wear anything. So what advice can you give to those
No,
people?
My sister will go
that's what
first
I
on that.
said, because I said people, if you don't have a Sharia and you have the one you wear, the one you had last year, don't pressure yourself. Just continue with the one you have and appreciate the little you have, because you may end up go
Sinning.
you may end up go to sin and you do something in this 4 last days. Is it 4 last days
Yeah,
or five?
therefore.
And you end up
So
doing something that you may regret,
true.
because because you want to have a good sharia, because you need to have a cans.
True, true.
Yeah, appreciate the little you have. Allah knows you, and Allah can't forget what you have been doing in this month. And let us also put much prayers to our sisters in Uganda, because as you know, the situation in Uganda is not good,
True.
to our community members who are there. But still, we have to think of them, and we have to think of also other peoples who are there seeking asylum to other countries. We have sisters in Sudan, we have sisters in Kakuma, we have sisters in different countries who left Uganda because of this
Because
homosexual.
of their sexual
Yeah,
orientation
but
and
still we
their
have
gender
to be
identity.
strong, and we have to move on, because this is not the end of our life, and we have to be united, and we have to encourage one another, because this is the hard time, and this is the day where Allah has made to test our hearts, or to test us,
That
to
is
see
true.
whether we can pass through this journey.
True.
But what I can encourage everyone there, let us be strong, mostly trans women. I know trans women, they go a lot, and to be a trans woman is not easier
True.
in Africa,
True.
because we go through a lot. But all in all, Allah knows us, and Allah will give us protection in everything.
That's correct.
That is so correct. So our sisters out there, our brothers out there, I want to tell you that you're supposed to present all your problems, you're supposed to present all your challenges to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because at times you go through these circumstances, at times you go through all these challenges to Allah. At times is always testing you. Do you realize that?
Yes,
Yeah,
people, we pass through tests and trials.
Whereby Allah is testing you, testing your patience,
Yeah.
testing your kindness, testing how you're going to handle this situation. Are you going to go and do shirk? Are you going to go and do zina? Are you going to go and kill someone? Are you going to do all sorts of bad deeds because Allah has put a very big obstacle into your life, or a very big problem into your life? But not knowing that it's a test whereby you're supposed to pass it. When you fail it, that means you it does not necessarily mean you are not you're no longer a son or a daughter of Allah, but you're supposed, once you realize that, you're supposed to repent to Allah, because He is He's the all forgiving. He forgives each and every time, howsoever much very many sins you might be having. Once you repent to Him, He will definitely forgive you. So I want to encourage each and everyone there who is suffering, who is going through a difficult time, who is having abundant problems, challenges. Please present your problems to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will definitely resolve all your problems. Besides that being said, I would like to say that on the day of Eid Mubarak, we are supposed to pay swadak.
Yes.
Zakati of it being paid, we are still supposed to pay swadak as well, as a way of increasing our rewards in front of Allah, and these rewards will help us on the day of judgment, Yom Al Qiyamah, whereby we'll be judged according to the good and bad deeds that we're doing on this earth. Because we all know that we are visitors on this earth. Very soon we'll be leaving. Justice left us. We don't know who is coming next. It might be me, it may be Sumaya, it may be Karima. So we definitely don't know who is going next. But all I want to say is, please make sure by the time Allah calls you, you're doing a very good deed, or you are on the right path. That is supposed to happen if you present yourself to Allah each and every time. Be close to Allah. Try to befriend Allah, because every time you befriend Allah, life will be easier for you. Not necessarily very easy. It won't be a bed of roses, but it won't be a walk in the park. But Allah will He will definitely simplify things for you once you get closer to Him. You get to befriend Him.
One thing which I can try to add on that is that among the stars,
Yeah,
Anisha, would you want to have a disobedient child?
definitely not.
And Sumaya.
Mm.
So also you try to reflect on yourself is that you wouldn't want to give birth to a child who disobeys you.
True.
So that's now like Allah because we are his children.
Very true.
But if we disobey, you try to put yourself in those shoes. Like, would you really want to have a child who disobeys you every time?
No.
Yeah.
So that being said, I want to remind each and everyone that the number one reason as to why Allah brought us here was to worship Him, praise Him, and pray to Him. Those are the reasons as to why Allah created mankind on this world. So whatsoever that you're doing, please bear that in mind that you're supposed to pray to Allah, you're supposed to praise Him, you're supposed to glorify Him because He's the Almighty. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do everything that you're doing, be it good or bad, but just know that Allah is seeing you because we have two angels on our right hand, and on the left hand we have an angel that each has its own specific roles, whereby there is one that trades the bad deeds, and there is also one that trades the good deeds. So that day will come whereby your bad deeds will outweigh the good deeds. I
Mm.
guess you very well know where you'll be heading.
Yeah.
That will be Jahannam. I'm not trying to judge anyone, but these are realistic facts, and facts are always true. So you're supposed to get to reflect into your behaviors, into your characters, and into your doings, and get to see that you try your level best, because we are sinners. That is inevitable. That's why Allah told us to repent every time you realize you've done something wrong, every time knowingly and even unknowingly, because there are things we actually commit
Knowingly.
unknowingly, unknowingly, and there are those we commit knowingly. So you're supposed to continuously repent. You're supposed to continuously ask for Allah's mercy and forgiveness, that He can bestow His peace and mercy upon mankind, or you the sinner. So you can always say astaghfirullah, 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 so that Allah can forgive you whatsoever sins that you might have committed.
Um,
um
okay.
my sister wanted to say something.
One thing which I would like to remind us to remind ourselves are those duas which we do.
Yeah,
We always have to be careful, and we always have to be like ready,
yeah,
because you never know when your time has come.
yeah.
Those duas which we do when you've just entered into a taxi,
True,
or when you are maybe going to the latrine,
true.
never forget those.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
Because you might think that maybe you still have time, and yet that taxi that you're taking,
Yeah.
it's going to take your life. That border you're taking, it may take your life. So
Please remember, always remember the dua.
yeah. So if it means writing them down, please write them down. Already say Bismillah before doing each and everything,
Yes.
because that means you're bringing Allah first in your life when you're stepping out of the house, when you're going to eat something, when you're going to work, when you're starting. Before we started this show, me and my sister here, Sumaya, we said Bismillah. May Allah bless this show. Just just because everything is presented in front of Him, because if it wasn't for Him we couldn't be here, this show wouldn't be here. So we just wanted to present each and everything in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is the Almighty. He is the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So any last words, my sister Sumaya? Any last words you have for me about, in
Okay.
regards to Eid, in regards to this show? Because
Okay, what I can say about this show, anyway, let me take also this opportunity to thank Victor Mukasa to give us this platform where we have been doing this wonderful show to our sisters and brothers outside there, to encourage them that being a Muslim and being a queer doesn't mean that
You're an abomination.
Yeah. Always be yourself. Always believe in yourself. Don't judge yourself that, oh, how can people see me that I'm a Muslim, yet I am a queer person?
True,
Leave everything to Allah. Allah has a reason why you are here. Allah has a reason why you are still breathing.
true.
And let me thank also the followers. Please thank a lot for giving us your time and to give your data and to give your free space to us, and always say that let me continue with my sisters, or let me continue with this show. And those people who are also supporting Victor Mukasa so that he can be there for trans women, because Victor Mukasa is doing a lot to support people outside there, even if he can't come to mention this and this. But Victor Mukata, thank you a lot, and everyone outside there and everyone who gives us time. Please, guys, we have nothing to pay, but only Allah knows.
That is true. That is true. Thank you so much, my sister. Um, Karima, any last words for in regards to consuming Eid
Yeah.
Mubarak is coming too soon.
First of all, I would like to extend my regards to Victor Mukasa. We are so grateful, and we love you. We are so grateful for this platform which you put for us. Shukran Jazira. And we are so honored that you gave us the opportunity to lead this. Um, my last words, which I would like to give to my fellow Muslims, mostly trans women, is that we are all equal.
True,
We are all equal.
true,
Even though you're trans women,
true,
even though we are trans women,
true.
sometimes people who are not in the community, who are not in the umbrella, they judge us a lot. Mostly trans, they judge us, and also our fellow queers members, they judge us also. But what I can tell you is that we are all equal in Allah's eyes. So just take care, be brave, and Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. My last words will be, like a time life gets so heavy, whereby you feel you can't carry it anymore. But all I can say is present all your problems, all your challenges, all your everything that you're going through, difficulties, your sicknesses, your illnesses, your diseases, your transphobia, your homophobia, discrimination, bias, violence, assault, present it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because you being here, that means Allah loves you. Because for those there are those who were not actually given the opportunity to live, but you're given a chance to live. So you having you having given you have having been given a chance to live, that means Allah loves you so much. So present your problems to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the other thing, please continue praying for our brothers and sisters in Gaza. They're going through a lot. Our brothers in Kakuma, our brothers and sisters in Uganda, our brothers and sisters wherever they might be, each and everyone. Please don't be selfish when it comes to prayer. Do not pray for yourself or your close relatives. Pray for each and everyone, those you know and those whom you do not know, because people are going through a lot. Please pray for each and everyone out there so that Allah can open doors for you as well. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank Victor Mukasa. Many of my sisters have thanked him already. Victor, thank you so much for giving us this platform.
By the way,
The
Tara
Friday
Victor,
Darasa.
there is another thing to add on that. Let us remind Victor Mukasa that let this show continue, even if we are.
Even if Ramadan stops,
Yeah.
we will continue sharing knowledge. We'll actually get the opportunity. We'll actually extend the show whereby we'll have different debates from different queer Muslims, wherever they might be, so that we can share knowledge amongst ourselves as queer minorities. So as I was saying, I would like to thank Victor Mukasa for the opportunity he always gives us. The 30 minutes, it means a lot for every queer Muslim out there, whereby we share knowledge and we love, because we're doing this out of love. We're sharing love to our queer Muslim brothers and sisters wherever they may be. So thank you so much, Victor. May Allah grant you what you wish best, and may you get may He open doors for you, and may He grant you Jannah. So we're going to take a very quick dua for each and everyone wherever they may be, so that Allah could soften their lives, so that Allah could ease up their lives, whatever challenges they may be going through. اللهم تقبل منا، اللهم عافني في بدني، اللهم عافني في سمعي، اللهم عافني في بدني، لا إله إلا أنت. اللهم تقبل صيامنا، اللهم تقبل سجودنا، اللهم تقبل صيامنا، لا إله إلا أنت. اللهم إني لا إله إلا أنت. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة في لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب القبر. لا إله إلا أنت. اللهم أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت خلقتني وأنا لا أدرك وأدرك ما صنعت وأعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت. أبوك لك بنعمتك علي وأغفر ذنبي فاغفر لي فإنه لا إله إلا أنت. اللهم يا ولي الإسلام ما أرسلتني الإسلام. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Eid Mubarak to each and everyone wherever you might be. Do not stress yourself. Allah is in control of whatsoever that you're going through. Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.